Everybody follow me so far. Y'all rocking with me? All right, so watch this. Your purpose is why. The greatest question in life is not what, but it's why. How many of us got children, little babies? They get at the age in between 2 to 5, and they want to know why it's everything. Why this? Why that? Why this? Joshua Colors' little baby, she tripped me out. Because she'll come to you and say, what that? And you tell her, what that right there? And you tell her, what that right there? And it's just like the most important question is why? What was on the creator's mind when he was thinking about creating you? See, that's what we got to get back to. What was his motivation? What was in his heart? Because he creates nothing without purpose. I'm going to say that again. Everything that the creator has ever created has purpose behind it. Ain't nothing without a purpose. Even the stars, the moons, all that, the sun, all that got purpose behind it. So it was a problem first, so the purpose can be fulfilled. Watch this, right? Let's take this bongo. All right, let's put this up here. Oh, I'm strong enough. All right. Look at the bongo. The bongo have the name of the creator on the material, right? This bongo, it was a problem before it was purposed. Because the problem created a need for the bongo. So what some of the problems could be? Some people might say, well, I can't play no drum set. I can't. But you give me something to beat on that I can just tap my hands on. I'm good to go. So the problem was that whoever created the bongo could not play the drum. So the problem gave way to the purpose. So when the idea came to the creator's mind of the bongo, he said, okay, what can I create to fulfill that need? And in my creation, I'm going to give everything, all the tools, all the nuts, all the wood, and every part of this bongo was created to solve a problem. Now, how can you equate that to you? What was the Most High thinking when he was thinking about creating you? What specific need in the earth was there that he was thinking about? I need a Twan here to handle that. I need a Sister Cynthia here to handle that. I need a Brother Scott here to handle that. Because it's a need that only this person can handle. You see how specific that is? And now I'm going to design this person so he can fulfill his purpose. So everything about you, your color, your hair texture, your eyes, your mouth, all of that was purpose for you to fulfill your purpose. All that was part of you. I'll tell you about me. Growing up, I used to get picked on for being dark-skinned and having a big old head. Don't laugh too hard about my head. So I used to feel a certain type of way. Right? Because people used to, jive on me. I was coming back at them too. But they would jive on me, and I used to not embrace that, And, a lot of that go back to the Willie Lynch syndrome, stuff that happened in slavery all the way up until the day they get us not to like our physical features. So, but little did I not know that my complexion was for purpose and every physical feature about me. Because me and my wife wouldn't be together now if I wasn't this complexion. She loved men, dark-skinned men. So the Most High said, you know what?
I got some chocolate
for her. Because he got to fulfill that purpose and he has to do it with this woman. So I'm going to put in her the desire for chocolate men and create him chocolate and put them together. Everything has an assignment and a purpose. So that's why nothing about your physical features should you be upset about or mad about, because you was what? wonderfully and beautifully designed and made to fulfill your purpose. That makes sense. Okay. So what you got to realize in life, what is it about me? Oh, yeah, I put that. What is it about me? And now I'm looking at everything about me to find out what my purpose is. Because without purpose, life becomes an endless stream of activities with little or no significance. Watch this and think about the Hebraic world now. You become busy, but not effective. You make much motion, but no progress. Think about us as a nation. We're busy doing a lot of stuff, but how effective are we being? We're making a lot of motion, but what's the progress? Because we get caught up in debates and stick in debates and don't do nothing. Ain't got nothing to show for us. And we still fussing about this. Fussing about a name, or fussing about this, that, or fussing about that. All these type of things, and everybody, the elite, the globalist elite, just looking back laughing. Oh, they ain't finna do nothing. We ain't got to worry about them, because all they gonna do is fuss among themselves, because everybody won't be right and everybody want to lead somebody. You see what I'm saying? So this is why the Most High purpose so much in this ministry with me that, okay, how am I going to affect this awakening, right? If this awakening was dependent on me, what would be my contribution to it? To my individually and collectively. What can I add? What value can I add to this thing? You see what I'm saying? And so that's why it's important, and that's why the foundations, and I give you what our vision is, and it's 3 simple words: to awaken, to restore, and to prepare. I'm gonna say that again: to awaken, restore, and prepare. Y'all say it with me: awaken, restore, and prepare. We awaken you to your true identity. We're restoring you to your original purpose in the covenant. And then we're preparing you for prophetic end time events. Awaken, restore, and prepare. There's a lot of people say, well, what's next after you awaken? I don't know what, so I'm Israel. What's next? Okay. Well, now you got to be restored. You got to learn everything the right way. You got to have the true understanding, and you got to embrace the Most High's culture. And then you got to put what? Put you back in your position to let you see how serious your calling is. Because just saying you Israel don't mean nothing with just words. You got to be actions. But that's a high calling, because what? Now I'm making decisions based off what? Legacy and not for the moment. So now my decision making, my everyday decision making has to count. I can't be making stupid decisions based off the moment no more. Why? Because now I'm the example of what? I'm the light to the nations. That makes sense? So that's the restoration process. And then the last process is preparing for prophetic end time events. So that's what we're doing, because prophetic events going on all around us, and we need to be prepared. The message last week helped prepare you. No, you need to be making yourself ready for the return of your groom. You see what I'm saying? So that's our vision, our purpose: to awaken, to restore, and prepare. But the main way we're going to do that is through family. I'm going to say that again, because sometimes us as black folks, we get so excited about some deep revelation. And if you follow me and Josh, we get deep. And we give you some heavy stuff. But that don't mean nothing if you can't hold no family together. If you can't be no husband, and if you can't be no wife, because that's the foundation of nation building. If you don't know how to love your husband, you know how to be a wife outside of the independent Beyonce mind, you got to let that go. We can't have that thinking over here. Oh, they trying to hold me down. They trying, ain't nobody trying to hold you down. People trying to put you in purpose. Because this is what the Most High created for a woman, and this is what the Most High created for a man. But we've been so Americanized, and so we are afraid of something that has seemed like it's structured. Now, I ain't talking about how the camps do. The camps is like way off. They have the woman just thinking she's another slave. so many words. I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about everything in its proper place and everything in its proper purpose. And if we can function, because that's my hope, is if we function and let people see families, we treat each other first as a family. And we build family in our home, because I don't care what religion somebody in, if they see husband and wife together and family together, they do more conversion than anything you can say to them. Because everybody want family, everybody want love. That makes sense. So that's the foundation. So now let's keep going, right? Let's go to Psalms 19 and 21. You got to realize that I'm a spiritual creative being. Say, I'm a spiritual creative being. The scripture says that ask for your bread when? Daily. So it's so many things that's just waiting on your recognition. Everything you need is already there, waiting on you to recognize it. I'm going to say that again. Everything you need is, that's why for us to have problems now, or to say we completely oppressed now, we have too much information to stay oppressed. We can't just keep spending that. We can't. In whatever area, and I always go back to family because that's what I'm about. It's a shame. It's a strong statement, but I say it. Say it. It's a shame to be 10 years still struggling in your marriage. Why do I say that? Because it's true. Why? Because it's so much information out there that can make your house better. Right. Like it says in Proverbs, that wisdom crieth out, screaming at the top of his lungs, trying to get you to pay attention. You think you got the only problem, or then dealt with that problem. When I realized that every problem I got, somebody in life then dealt with it, when Solomon said there's nothing new under the sun, all I got to do is go seek wisdom. If I go to school for a 4-year degree to become a master in that subject, well, I can't become a master in something I'm struggling with on a daily basis. All I got to do is study, pray, seek, reach out. First, I got to decide, you know what? I'm struggling. I got an issue. This ain't good. We got to be okay to be like, you know what? I had some issues in my life that caused me to make some conclusions that turn my personality another type of way. That ain't really me, but it's a mechanism I use to protect myself. Why? So I won't get hurt like that again. That ain't what I want to be, but that's what I am, to protect what? My heart. But it's causing me to not what? Have friends or family. And that's why you have most problems in churches and have more problems in marriages, because what? People deal with different things growing up that they ain't ready to be real with. So what? They spiritual creativity can't all the way evolve like it needs to be, because there's something binding it. And the creator can work with somebody that has released all that to him. Now he can be creative in you. Now doors can open. But Mosai is not going to open the door and put you in the place where he can't keep you, because what? Your attitude to get you out of there. Every time he puts you there, every time he want to elevate you, you ain't dealt with that attitude, and that attitude run you out of there. I called you to run from relationships. We all done dealt with it. So that's why we have to be gentle and careful with each other. You can't get mad and just throw somebody off, because you don't know what they dealt with growing up. You don't know what issue that, if they come in here and have a bad day, give place for their humanity. I'm not going to be happy all the time. Might have a bad day, might look at you wrong. I ain't looking at you. It's just a lot on my mind. And I done walked in here and you think I look at you bad. Now you done call another brother or sister. You see how that sister was looking at me? You see how that brother was looking at me? They got a problem with me then? And now you got a whole attitude at this person based off what? An assumption. Because you ain't giving place to humanity, or giving place to know what they've been through and try to understand it to help them grow out of this thing. Am I talking right? Yes. Teach it right. Yeah. All right. Psalms 19 and 21. Psalms 19 and 21. Is it Proverbs 19 and 21? Let's go there then. I'm sorry. Thank you for helping me. That's right. I had the song say that's right. Proverbs 19:21. Somebody read that for me.
There are many devices, or Proverbs 19:21. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of Yah shall stand. That shall stand.
Devices, or there are many plans in a man's heart. But no matter what, the counsel of the Most High will prevail. You can have all the plans you want outside of the Creator, and He'll shut all that down. I'm for real. I'm a living testimony. And embarrass you, because when you try to go against His will, when you have a calling, He is not going to allow you to do that. So you can work this whole little shift over here, this plan. Well, I'm gonna do it like this, and I'm gonna do it like that, and I'm gonna turn that around and do it like that. And then the Most High come in there. It'll work for a while, and He'll come in there just like a flood and wash all that back down. And you back at square one, and He looking like, you gonna acknowledge me yet? That's what the scripture said. Trust in the Most High in all your ways. Acknowledge Him in all your ways, and lean not to what? And I do what? So before you make your plans, who you need to check with?
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't I check with Him if He know my life from end to the beginning? And He purposed it. Well, I'm going to a fragile human being by my purpose. Does that make sense? Why would I spend all my time looking at TV and on the internet trying to find my purpose when it's with the Creator? If I want to know what's wrong with this product right here, who I need to go to? Verb. Verb is on here. And that's why the Most High, He did what? He put His name in us so we can know who to come to when the product is malfunctioning. Why would I go to an unauthorized dealer? You know what that means? A lot of times with cars and different things like that, a product, we'll call an unauthorized dealer because why? The price is what?
Cheaper.
We won't go to the manufacturer because you know what? You're going to have to pay.
Sometimes it voids your warranty.
Sometimes it voids your warranty. So we don't want to go to the Creator because we know we're going to have to do what? Pay a price. We have to give Him what He's been trying to get out of us. So we'll go to an unauthorized dealer because it's going to be a little cheaper with him. And I can sidestep some stuff. I ain't got to pay all them laws. That don't apply to me. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to understand your purpose. And we're going to get into specifics, right? Because what if, let's take a microphone, right? What if the product didn't know what its purpose was? So it's spending his time looking at everybody's purpose and trying to be that, right? Let's take a microphone if it was a real person. A microphone is looking, right? And is seeing a person playing the keyboard. And the keyboard getting all the attention and everybody jamming and moving to it. So the mic will say, next time the service starts, I'm going to lay down on the keyboard because I want to be played. But every time it lay down on there, somebody keep picking it up and throwing it, picking up and throwing it, picking up and throwing it. What you think happened to that microphone? It's getting damages. That's why it's trying to do something that it ain't been called to do. So anything outside of his purpose is abuse, which is abnormal use. So it's developing abuse within its own self. Why? Because it's doing everything outside of what it was been created to do. So it look at it and say, you know what? I ain't supposed to be a keyboard. So I'm going to go look over here to the drums because it look like everybody over there looking at the drums and they're looking at this beat and it's looking real good. Next time we have service, then I'm going to be a drumstick.
Now you got to misalign purpose.
Now you got to misalign purpose because what? It went over there and the drummer tried to beat it and stuff got flying everywhere. So its parts is scattered now. Because what? It was trying to be a drum that it was never created to be. But it didn't realize that all it had to do is sit there on its stand and allow somebody to sing and it'll work its magic. When it found out what their purpose was, then it was fulfilling and self-refueling. A lot of times you got to look at, okay, what am I doing? If I always feel like I'm woe out of, I'm always feel like I'm getting in depressions or all these type of stuff, am I supposed to be doing that? Because what I do, not saying you ain't gonna have no aggravated times and you're not gonna have no times and stuff get on your nerves, but it was self-refuel you because you was doing what you was created to do. Does that make sense? And if it's a malfunction with you, you go to who? The creator of the product. Because every product has what? A owner's manual. With what? Rules and regulations in the owner's manual to do what? To protect the product.
And to operate it safely.
So what you think our owner's manual is? The scriptures is for our what? Protection. And to show us how to what? Safely use, which is this vessel, which is the Most High's product. Because he put us what? In owner, or not ownership, what I'm trying to say. Dominion, but I'm trying to say something else. Where he lent, where you are lent something. It's not yours, but borrowed. Loan. There you go. Loan or lease.
Yeah.
His product. So this is not your own product. This is why you will give account in your spirit, your soul, and your body of what you did with his product. This is why the scriptures talk about your eating. It talk about not letting your heart be troubled. It talk about not having a filthy spirit because it's not yours. All right. Yeah. It's not yours. So you are given account because you got to always go to the owner's manual to find out how to use this product properly. All right. Anybody want to add before we keep moving? So we finna run now. Everybody all right?
Yep.
So realize that you're just not a product, but your very existence is that you are a solution. Boy, once you get that mentality that wherever you put me, I'm a solution to whatever's a problem in this place. So whatever my skill that I'm going to be a solution. That's why some of y'all are skilled here. Some of y'all are skilled in different areas to be a solution for what we're trying to do as a body. You understand what I'm saying? That's why we use different people in their avenues or in their dominions to help us be greater overall. Does that make sense?
Right.
So you can capitalize on what you're good at. All right, so realizing that you're a solution and you are created solution for somebody, someone, and at some time. I'm going to say that again. You're a created solution for somebody, someone, or at some time. That's why the scripture told Jeremiah, I knew you when you was in your mother's womb and ordained you then. All right? You are an answered prayer. That's why I say you don't have a gift. You are a gift. Does that make sense? You don't have the gift of prophecy. You are prophecy. Walking, fulfilling prophecy every day. You understand what I'm saying? All those gifts, you don't have prayer. You are an answer. Think about who the Most High have connected you with, right? It's a lot of times that people in their life have been having issues or having problems, right? And all of a sudden they come to you, 5 minutes of talking to you, they tell you personal stuff. Wait a minute, you don't know me like that. I'm not going to tell you nothing about me like that. But they'll come to you, because why? They've been praying, and you're a solution, and you just speaking, giving them answers. So you are answered prayer to somebody, right? Even in this room, with some of y'all that's been looking in this Hebrew community, what we doing here at Rebirth have been an answered prayer. You understand what I'm saying? To do it the right way. Y'all are answered prayer to me. There's a lot of stuff I'm looking like, I can't do this, I can't do that. Put Avaya and her husband in our life, put y'all brothers, everybody in our life, and we be like, you know what? I can do this. We're going to make this happen. We are what? Answered prayers. So when you walk with that mentality, you walking on assignment now. I have creativity. I'm a spiritual being, and I am a gift that keeps giving. That's why my confidence ain't low no more. I know where I'm at. I know who I am. So I'm walking in this thing. I don't have a less value on anything that I'm doing because everything connected to me is valuable. That makes sense. All right, so now let's get into you a little more. Y'all ready? I had to build you up to let you know where you are first. Let you know you're not natural, you're spiritual. That you have a purpose and you're a solution, and you don't have a gift, you are a gift. Right? How do I find my purpose? Number one, and I email you this checklist. Okay, let's get to know us. Watch this. What do you love? It's time where you might have to just sit down and write this stuff down, just you and the Most High. What do you love to hear about, to study about, to think about, to enjoy, to learn about? All that is connected to your purpose on all levels. What is your passion? What are you passionate about? Because my passion might not be your passion. Something that aggravates you that's going on in the world might not aggravate me because it's not in me to fix that. But it might be in you to fix it. I'm going to get a little more detail in a minute. What's your passion when it comes to your work, when it comes to people, when it comes to things going on in the world? Who pain do you feel outside of yourself because of their problem? It's important. Who pain do you feel? Whose success consumes you? Whatever it may be, whose success consumes you? And that's one reason that I have been a youth minister for so long, because I was passionate about them. And their success consumed me overall. I wanted to see them prosper. Okay. Who do you want to protect? Who do you want to protect? Could it be children with molestation going on? Sex trafficking, your own children, the identity of young women, the identity of young men. Some people, the whole guy, he got a whole business based off of protecting homeowners from loan sharks. So it ain't got to all be so spiritual. That he said, you know what, that's my passion. I want to see homeowners not get consumed by loan sharks. So I'm going to be able to build a business based off that, and it's flourishing. Because what? That's the success he wanted to see, because what, he had a problem with that himself. So it ain't all just one area. You understand what I'm saying? You should be able to describe in one word or one sentence your assignment. All right? What is Muhammad Ali known for?
Boxing.
You see what I'm saying? What is Malcolm X or Martin Luther King known for? Civil rights, different things like that. So what would instantly pop in people's head when they think about you? This ain't hiding behind the scenes, no. It's been, and knowing about your purpose and flowing in it. All right. What you love the most is clue to your assignment. What you love to discuss, what excites you. You will always have wisdom toward whatever you love. So whatever it is, you have a wisdom in that. That made sense? All right. Let's keep moving. What you hate is a clue to something you were designed to correct. I ain't say who you hate. I said what you hate. Whatever it may be. What problem in the world, you got to ask yourself, what problem in the world do I detest or hate? You see what I'm saying? Because you might get mad at me because I don't hate that particular problem. I think it's bad, but I don't hate it. But don't get mad at me. That just ain't part of my purpose. That makes sense.
There's a saying for that, right?
What is it?
What I eat shall make you.
All right, y'all follow me. So like the scripture say, the fear of the Lord is to love what God loves and to hate what he hates. Have you ever wondered why others were not angry at something that infuriated you? Your conviction about certain things are different. You cannot correct what you are unwilling to confront. So you cannot correct what you're unwilling to confront. Because it's always gonna come a time where you got to confront that with what you hate. And you can't be scared and backing down then. Because it's gonna be in you to stand up against it. Like David when he ran up on Goliath, he had been preparing for it and it was part of his purpose. And he ain't just hate the giant, but he hated any entity or any thinking that think they can come against the Most High. So that's what he was after stopping. The giant wasn't nothing, but it was the thought that you can come against my Creator. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother. And y'all know you can talk back to me now. You can talk back to me. Go ahead.
Goliath was approaching David. He was walking. But David knew that the Most High had already anointed him.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to be king one day. So
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't going to be the day he died.
That's
he
good.
ran. He ran to the battle. He said, "You come
Without
to me
fear.
without fear."
Yep.
He said, "I'm going to take your head today."
Mm.
And that's how we did.
That's right.
Run to it instead of,
Shine away from it.
Yeah.
That's it. Because when you understand you got purpose on your life, purpose keep you alive.
Yeah.
You hear me? I'm going to say that. I'm gonna get y'all to notice something, man. Watch this. Man, I'm going off.
Go ahead. It's okay.
I'll get y'all to notice something. Think about the apostles. They died when they got ready. Think about what Paul and some of the other ones said. I have did what? Finish my course. All them other times they tried to kill the apostles, they couldn't kill them. All the other times they tried to kill the Messiah, they couldn't kill him. They said they tried to throw the Messiah off the cliff, but he did what? Pass through them. Because it wasn't his time yet. And his purpose kept him alive, because when it came time to die, he wasn't afraid of it. Because what? Even my death is fulfilling purpose. That's why I ain't worried about whatever they can get, whatever they can create, because my purpose going to keep me alive until time. But if you have something that is not functioning in purpose, what does it automatically do? Dies or decays. You see what I'm saying? Because I can sit a car outside and I don't drive it for 10 years. What that car going to do? One day I'm going to try to get out there and crank it up and I ain't going to crank it. That's why it's outside of its purpose. It ain't been fulfilling what it was created to do. So it dies inwardly and then has an outward manifestation. So in your purpose is your life. And that's why Messiah said, I'll come to give you life and give you what? Having more what? Abundantly. Because I'm giving you purpose and assignment. That makes sense? We're going to move. We're going to keep moving. And I'm going to say this. What you put, and I can give y'all all these notes. What you permit will always continue. What you permit will always continue. So whatever it is, man, sometimes certain things, the Most High can give you a righteous indignation against it. And boy, it's something in you that stands up about whatever this problem is. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like, you like, oh, and everybody else like, man, calm down, good gracious, what's wrong with you? You're just doing too much. No, it's something in you stirring up. Am I helping you? The problem that infuriates you the most is the problem that God assigned you to change. The problem that infuriates you the most is the problem that God assigned you, or Yah assigned you to change. And one of my most furious things that I detest and that I hate is deception, man. I can't stand it. And I have always, people that know me, I have always been where I set up to take people out of deception and bring them into life, right? Even for people that know me, even my brother right here, which is my best friend, Brother David P.F. My first message when I came into salvation in 2005, as far as born again, before I was reborn in this, but 2005, my first message was identity crisis. I didn't know what I was saying then, but I said that was my message. I would go different places talking to youth about identity crisis. And my next message was purpose. Not realizing that all that time it was going to bring me up to this deception right here, coming against the deception of the children of Israel, giving them their identity and their purpose. That's why it's so natural for me to speak on it. That makes sense? And then you got to look at your job, right? I always worked at John Deere working on tractors. The position that I'm in now is quality. And quality, I got to identify where the problem is at in order to make the tractor run the way it needs to be again. So if it's discrepancies on the parts and the discrepancies in the way it's designed, I'm supposed to identify that and find the root cause and bring it to the attention. That's what I do on my normal job. It's the same thing I do spiritually. Working on the line, putting all the pieces together in order to make it a whole. What am I doing now? Putting all the pieces, unraveling the deception and bringing all the pieces together to give it to you so you can make a decision based off on this whole that I'm getting. Does that make the sense? Not realizing that my job was part of my purpose. And I couldn't stand. Oh, I don't need to say that on that. Well, I asked him.
All right. Let me edit that out.
Y'all know what I'm saying. There's a lot of times I wanted to step out and do other things, but I had to get to this understanding.
We here.
Okay, we're good. All right, that's another thing. Let's move to anger now. Anger ain't bad now. Anger is good. It just needs the right avenue. Anger is not a bad emotion, but it's what you allow anger to do in you now. You can't be angry and just go beat somebody up or just tell something and just go crazy. But anger is passion needing the right focus. Anger is passion that needs the right focus. Anger can be the birthplace of change. When you look at Moses, it went until Moses really began to, when he refused to be called an Egyptian or a Pharaoh's daughter, an Egyptian. The scripture says because he counted more of an honor to suffer with his people rather than to enjoy the pleasures of sin. You can go in not Romans 11, but Hebrews 11 and read that. But what did Moses do? When he began to embrace his identity, he began to have more of a love for his people. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And he loved them so much that he couldn't sit there and watch them be afflicted like that he ended up doing what? Killing the man. Yeah. And having to run away. Because what? The anger of seeing what his people was going through infuriated him. It just needed the right focus. But all that was part of his purpose because that needed to happen for him to go on the backside of the mountain and learn how to use that anger the right way. That makes sense? So whatever you're angered by, and it's a group called MAD, which is Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. It's a mother that had her child killed by a drunk driver, and she created a group called MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. And by them creating that group, they created systems all over the world to come against those type of things and protect people from that, because that infuriated her so much that she developed a program against it to solve that problem. All right, we almost done, y'all. This is stuff that you look at, and then we're gonna be done. What grieves you? What grieves you is a clue to something that you was assigned to heal. Whatever grieves you is a clue to something that you was assigned to heal. We're going to get ready to stop because we're going a long time. Well, okay, it's just 2:30. What grieves you is a clue to something that you assigned to heal. What grieves, saddens, or move you to tears? Everything don't move everybody to tears. What moves you to tears? You got to pay attention to that, because tears are clues to the nature of your assignment. Tears are clues to the nature of your assignment. Tears are clues to where the Most High want to use you most. Where you hurt is a clue to what you may heal the best. That's why it's important to look at your own life, because a lot of the things, hurts and pains and different stuff you grew up with, want to be used by the Most High in order to heal somebody else. You ever went through something that seemed like it was real bad, and at the time it stayed with you and grew up with you, but after a while you drew somebody that went through that same thing, and you was able to get, I hope, you was able to give them some wisdom and how to handle that in a better way. So that's why it's important to understand my hurts and my pains, because I'm going to draw people that has that same hurt and pain. Everybody are not going to be drawn to me, y'all. Some people might be drawn to Brother Scott. Somebody might be drawn to Brother Sakir. Somebody might be drawn to you guys, and that way that you guys can handle that, because I ain't been through everything that you've been through. You see what I'm saying? So some people that we draw is going to be drawn based off you. And it ain't all the time just talking. Sometimes spiritually you attract people to you, but that had your same struggle. But the Most High don't want to bring them to you, and you still giving advice off of hurt and fear rather than wisdom off what you learned from your own mistakes. We talking right? So that's why you got to be careful how you deal with situations and realize, you know what? I can't give up now. Because if I give up, I got too many people that I ain't met yet waiting on me, waiting on my testimony, waiting to see how I made it, waiting to see how I did it. So I can't let this temporary problem make me make a permanent decision based off this problem. Because too many people want to see, how did you overcome that? Are you going to be in a place to be able to tell them, or are you going to allow that situation to break you? When you realize you ain't natural, you spiritual, you prophecy being fulfilled, and you a gift, and you are prayer answered, you can't give up based off a situation, because the situation come to do what? Develop you. Most High ain't just sending situations just to send them. That's why some of your situations are the same. Because what? You ain't graduated yet. You're going to keep going through the same thing. Having the same cycle. Because what? The Most High going to make sure you get it. But when you're taking a test, the teacher is quiet. He ain't saying nothing, because he got to see how much you know based off our relationship. So now I got to test you. That's why you can't be afraid of tests, because either we are going into one, we coming out of one, or we in one. The Most High ain't built no weak people. So this is why every forefather or matriarch or patriarch of the faith, all of them went through something. And none of them had it easy. None of them. Why? Because they was the example, and the Most High say, I can trust you with this trouble, because you're going to show the world how to handle this. So toughen up, baby. Toughen up. Don't let that break you right there. I know what I put in you. So I got to let a situation come up so I can pull out of you what I put in you. So what? You can know it's there. I know it's there. But you don't know it. That's why the scripture says in Deuteronomy 8 that I put you in the wilderness to try you and for you to prove to see what was in what? Your heart. Because you need to see. And sometimes it's good because we think we farther along than where we at.
Yes, sir.
And the most I dropped that on you done went crazy now, oh God. I thought I was somewhere. I did a lot of prayer, y'all. I'm still crazy. I done did that. Somebody tell me the wrong way, and I just gave it to him. I'll be like, oh, God, okay. I failed that one. I failed it. I failed that one.
Immediately when you failed. You ain't got that. You like, yep, I just flunked that one. I flunked it. Yep.
Yes, I'll see that one again.
Let's go stick around.
I flunked 1 30 minutes ago. I did. I walked back in. I was like, yeah, I just felt that one. I just felt it.
That's right. Go ahead, brother.
I think that's a blessing in itself when we realize even our failures can be our lessons and teach us too. You know what I mean? That can be, our deliverance.
That's right.
When we fail because we realize that, okay, I messed up. Now I see next time I go through this, what I got to do or what I should say next time I encounter somebody like this or, whatever the situation may be,
That's right. Because you realize that your failure is never failure. It's just opportunity to grow.
Right.
It's opportunity to grow. When you in the Messiah, you are protected. Stuff can't just jump on you because you have a hedge of protection. Because that's why anytime I'm faced with something, I always be like, okay, Most High, why did you allow this? What are you trying to show me? Because can't nothing just jump on me. Can't nothing just fall on me. If it happens, then it's a reason that it happened. As long as I make sure I ain't did nothing to cause nothing now. Because like the scripture said, if you sow to the flesh, of the flesh, you're going to do what? That ain't the Most High now. You did that. You caused that on yourself. But he can still make that into purpose. And make your mess a message. And this is why a lot of times you'll draw people based off what you've been through. If you're not afraid to talk about it. And anybody that know me, I'm an open book. I don't care. I say whatever, stuff I done struggled with, stuff I done did, and all that type stuff. Because it's going to help overall. All right? All right, so we'll continue on another time. We'll stop right there. Oh, I got to do this part. And then we'll stop at that. Your assignment will always have an enemy.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, your assignment gonna always have an enemy. What we are called to do as Israel gonna have a direct enemy. You see what I'm saying? And it could be with whatever group. It could be the westernized Christianity, evangelical, that's gonna stand up against it. It can be the apologists, the reformists, stepping up against it. It could be other things. Anything that you're assigned for is going to have an enemy to try to stop you. That's why once you make your mind up about something, it seems like all the forces from everywhere just come to try to get you to stop, to jump off that decision. That's why decision making is not where you need to have put as your focus, but decision management. To manage the last decision that you made. I'm going to say that again. It's not about decision making, but it's about decision management. All right? All right, so we're going to run through these. Your assignment is to build something that is good and tear down something that is bad. Your assignment will stop something wrong from growing bigger. So you got to realize what we are doing. This is dangerous. Y'all realize this? Go around talking about you, Israel. It's dangerous. You supporting the Israelites is very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It's a dangerous, and it's all the way across the board dangerous. Because we're coming into straight contact with a big system that's been here for 2,000 years. That's really even to kill you rather than recognize you. Yeah. But who on our side? The Most High.
They don't get no higher.
It don't get no higher than I like that. Don't get no higher than him. So if he be for you, I'm going to say that again. If he be for you, then what?
Who can be against
If he be for you, then what?
Who can be against it?
So it don't matter how the deck is stacked up. He on our side. All right. Your assignment will paralyze the influence of the ungodly. It's already happening. The influence of a lot of these places has been paralyzed, and they don't know what to do. We just got to be in there to catch the people because camp's catching them. Whoa, no, don't go over there. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. Come out. You come over here. On this side. We got you over here. Don't go over there now. You're going to be running back. But it would paralyze and influence in the earth. Your assignment will ultimately destroy something that God's hate. Your assignment will grow something significant in another. Your assignment will strengthen something Satan wants to keep weakened. And Hasatan is not afraid of you. He's afraid of your assignment. I'm going to say that again. He ain't afraid of you, but he's afraid of you walking into your assignment. Because in your assignment, you have dominion over him. Not as yourself. I'm going to say that now, God. I'm going to tell you something different. Going to blow your mind. Not as yourself now. Because it's still an order. You look in Jude. Michael wouldn't say what? A railing accusation. But because he's in the order of the Most High, he got power over him. And because when we walk in our assignment, we got power over Hasatan and his works. But once you get out of assignment and trying to deal with him with just you, he will bust your head. To the white meat. All right? So I hope that helped you. That's part one. We'll go into some other things a little later. Did that help some of us get clues to our purpose and assignment? Y'all looking like y'all smiling. You must got a little help. Gonna help y'all a little bit. So it's important for this to take this, listen to this over. I can email you guys the documentation. Those that I don't have, email, brother, you can pass that around so I can, just in case somebody email I don't have, your paper and pen, and write it down. I can send that out to everybody. If anybody got any questions or anything with that, because next time we get together, we're going to talk about a little bit more purpose and assignment, purpose for men, purpose for women, purpose for family, purpose for all the way around. So y'all can see exactly where we at and where we headed to see if this is what you really want to be a part of. Okay, we're gonna put it out there. That's all right.
Good.
Okay, and we'll like as time going. Let me stop the recording if you don't need to hear the rest of the stuff. All right.